Perseverance is failing 19 times and succeeding the 20th. Julie Andrews. My friends, stick with it. You can do this. It doesn't matter how many times you fail. It's if you keep moving forward, because you will win in the end if you'll just stick with it. And then all that time you spent will pale in comparison to your success. We see everything's up for the day except gold. Let's jump into these charts. S&P 500 went green, of course, last week. Decent jumping in point there. And, of course, we finished the week heading up 1.41%. Volume is just right there, just tiny bit below average. Look at the bounce off the two-day trend line. The two-day chart off the weekly trend line. And, again, that's not much of a trend line there. Maybe we'll get a better one this next week. Where do we see things? Of course, on the half day, you see 1, 2, 3 days of just solid up movement. That is sweet. What about the Qs? Well, it looks like, we've pushed through on the 2-day, pushed through on the half day, and we're right there at it on the weekly chart, where we had seen things stop previously, which is a good sign. We didn't have a candle anywhere near this high. Last week's candle just got over it. This week's candle breached it, and we're sitting right there with the candlestick itself. Volume is average for the week. And again, 1, 2, 3.5 days of nice, clean up movement. 3.5 two-day candles. So again, that would be 10 days of nice up movement as reflected by those 2 weekly candles. You can see here on the half-day chart, 1, 2, 3 days of solid up movement. So quite beautiful. Things moving in the right direction. What about 20-year bonds? Well, we had a week slacking off this prior week and this week. And when I say this week, we're at the end of this week. I'm recording the weekly review and forecast for the week beginning the 27th of March as we go into April. And we have a doji. We fell off quite clearly, fell off the weekly trend line. We can see this sideways slide, 6 days of sideways sliding movement, then a red down candle, and then the first day, this is completed now too, so we have a green spinning top well below the weekly trend line. We do see for 2 days there's been some up movement. So again, what can we say about where we are with bonds right now? We're in the red on the volume, have been for 2 weeks, have a doji here, lots of indecision. We'll watch, pay attention as to what happens over the course of this next week. If things start rebounding again, or if they are going to continue moving down. Again, 2 days of up movement, so we'll see. I tend to think, I'm not going to think. I'm going to let the charts lead me. I don't have enough to make a good decision at this point. What's going on with gold? Gold's the only pullback, just 0.5%. Again, didn't reach the high of last week. Volume is average. We can see it's red volume, and I've shown you guys before how we get that to change on our chart. Tell you what, I'll show you again real quickly. When you go to your volume chart, you can base your color on the previous close. That's what I do. Otherwise, if not, what you'll find happens is your volume color will always match the color of your candle. So you might consider doing that. Just highlight, go to volume. This is just the standard volume setting, and I keep it at a 20 moving average. That's 20 periods, 20 weeks here, and then I change the color to color based on previous close. Just an easy way to do it. That way it gives you a little bit more knowledge, which is always helpful. So gold, we can see, is slowing down, sitting right there on the 2-day, is sitting right there on the weekly trend line, and look at that, same on the half day. This next week will sort of tell us if gold's going to kick it up higher or start moving down. Okay, lastly, we go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin trying to get a little juice back in it. It's going up to where it was, back, how long ago was that? Through last week? Yeah. So it's back up around that area. Again, not a higher high this week. Still, we got green candles there on the 2-day and on the weekly. and still holding in there on the half day. So again, I will be releasing over the weekend. Actually, today I will be releasing Charting Cryptos and Commodities. Want more information? Please listen to that. Watch it over the weekend. We so appreciate you being with us. Always love to hear from you. Don't hesitate to reach out to us, Patreon members. We love and appreciate you for helping underwrite the cost supported with this channel. We do this for you each and every day, my friends, and we appreciate you. God bless. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.